10 hut. Hi guys, General Splatton here, showing you how to paint tartan today. I'm starting out with the base. There is rucksack tan from P3 that's been shaded and highlighted. Now I'm going in to start the process with scorn red from P3. It's a good dark solid red. And I'm using a DaVinci 5-aught liner brush. I'm just creating my lines. I'm not worried too much right now about thickness, consistency. I'm just trying to get the patterns laid out. Try to be as careful as you can about brush pressure, especially when you're going over ridges. You'll have to ease up off the pressure a little to get over the ridges properly. As you see there, trying to keep the line as smooth as possible. You see mistakes there, they'll be covered up later on. This part here is going to be painted different because you got to remember the piece of cloth is wrapped around the body, so the pattern is going to change as it is wrapped around the body. This is a good demonstration right here of when you create a stroke, pull the brush toward you. It's easier to create a stroke generally in this manner than it is to push the brush away from you. Take your time and this part right here, you're just trying to get a pattern laid down. You're going to come back and clean it up in the next portion of the video. I'm going back now and just defining the lines, widening them out where I need to, or putting more paint down to firm up the pattern. If it's kind of light and needs some more paint, that's what I'm doing here. Making sure they're well defined. Also, if I'm having to thicken up a line, I'm doing that as well. Just take your time and you'll get it. As I always say, just worry it into existence. Here I'm going back with rucksack tan, and now we're cleaning up the lines, sharpening them up where I need to, the corners, the edges, to make those lines as straight as I can. This where creating patterns like this really, the test of it is really here, is if you take the time to go back and clean up the pattern instead of just leaving what you did the first pass. This is not that difficult. It is a little time consuming, but it's well worth the result that you get. And if you make a mistake over the red, you can come back with the red until you get the line like you want it, so you can go on to the next step. Just thin your paints down 1 to 1 and you should be good. Now I'm going in with a small detail brush, and I'm using scorn red and black mixed together. I can't give you a ratio, but basically where the red lines cross over, that's going to be a darker area because it's a double weave pattern at that point. So I'm just not putting a dot in. You got to paint in a little square. Just take your time. Use magnification visor if you got one like I do. Just tap it in slowly but surely and build up that square. You can see how much cleaner the lines are now after that process. And if you make a mistake here, use whichever color you need, either rucksack tan or the red or whatever colors you're using to make your pattern. Now I'm going in with Ordic Olive P3 color, creating a green line down the sides, and this is pretty much going to wind up this process here. Then there will be some photos at the end. It kind of ends abruptly, but pretty much what you see now. I go back in with the Ordic Olive or the rucksack tan, whatever I need to straighten those lines up, or the red, and clean those up and define those as I need to. Just continue, remember your pattern, continue around your model as you need to. You'll have to imagine how in this particular instance, how the cloth would be folded and make it accordingly. There's a good shot of it. See, the lines are cleaned up now, and it looks pretty good. And here are the stills. I appreciate you watching. Having questions, let me know. And this is General Splatton, and I'll talk again. Dismissed.